going to be learning about types of line, and we're going to use a brush and black paint. The black paint will be in a container like this. Make sure that you keep it upright. Don't tip it upside down or anything, and when you get it to your place, carefully take the lid off, like so. Now remember, we need to be very kind to Mr. Brush. So our bristles, the hair part, is always going to be going the same direction. Now we just put our brush a little bit into the paint, so it just hits the tip of the brush. Now some of the types of line that we talked about were straight line. We'll start with that. So I want you to go from one side of your paper all the way to the other. Do you see how it gets a little scratchy? If your line starts getting scratchy, go back in, put just the tip of the brush into the paint, and finish out your line like this. Another great line would be curvy. Now there's lots of different ways to make a curved line. Maybe you make it up and down like this. Notice I keep going back into my paint. Maybe my curved line goes up sometimes and down others. Up, down, up. Another kind of line that you might make is a zigzag line. That goes down, takes a turn, up, down, takes a turn, up. Another dotted line might be a dash line. So this is when you make little tiny lines in a row. They're kind of playing follow the leader. Or another line might be a dotted line. This one's fun. Little tiny dots. Again, all in a row. This one's kind of difficult with a brush, but you can try it. This is called a loop-de line. Up and back over. Up and back over. Up and back over. Ooh, I need more paint. I've painted all of my spaces and they are fully dry now. I'm ready to add some of my marker color in between the spaces. So when you're using marker, make sure that you are very kind to it. You're never hitting it hard. You're being very gentle when you're coloring, and when you're finished, you're pressing that cap all the way on until you hear it click. Now, my favorite way to color is, well, I like to color many different ways, but the kind of way that I'm going to use today is called Roy G. Biv. It's rainbow style. So Roy is R-O-Y, G for green, and Biv. This is how we can remember the order of our rainbow. So R is going to be red, O is going to be orange, Y yellow, G green, B is for blue, I is for indigo. We don't really have indigo in our markers, so we're going to skip that one and go right to V, violet. I also have some extra colors that I might use. I might use pink or brown or gray or black. Those are fine too. So as you can see, I've already used red, Roy, R-O. Orange is next. I'll take my orange and I'm going to go along my line very carefully and slowly so that I stay in between my two lines. You can see I'm going to take my time so that I do my very best. I'm going on either side of my lines, and then I'll fill in the white spaces. All of these have to be totally filled in before I move on to my next color. When I'm done, make sure you put that cap on and hear the click.